my channel. Much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. Just thank you so much for the love and support that y'all constantly been giving me and letting me know that you can totally relate to the videos I've been dropping. Is such a blessing to me. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. Even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are very informative to you, give you good vibes or inspiration, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, or even a fellow empath that is going through trying times and needs spiritual guidance or just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. While you're at it, give me a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support that you're constantly giving me is truly appreciated on so many different levels. So thank you, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. The music I'm listening to in the background is called Manifest Positive Love Energy and Miracle Music, and I will post that link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101 Heyokas. The devil will come and wreak havoc, but doesn't realize that's your blessing and of confirmation. It is so true. When you know you're getting closer and closer to the things that, universe, God, powers that be, all almighty creator, source, whatever. They see the things that you have gone through. They see the transformations you are trying so hard to stay focused on, even through your heavy times. Um, and it gives you that insight when you're allowing yourself to step away from from the heaviness throughout the circumstances, which is kind of hard at times. But when you're allowing yourself to know if there's a certain thing that you're trying to head towards, you have to allow yourself to try to navigate yourself to go through, okay, this is all negative, 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 but you have to allow yourself to understand why are you constantly in this situation. What is it the universe wants you to see? And it's just like when you're getting closer and closer to it and you're allowing yourself to see the things that had to transpire into your life to help you grow, make you stronger. Because a lot of times when we go through things, we feel like we're being punished. I used to say that, I was like, why is God punishing me? Why is this and this and that? But it was like, it's like you have to have these hurtful situations just to remind you who you are, what you're capable of, that you've been placed in. Because it's like a lot of situations that I've been placed in, some of them I'll let y'all know about. Some of them ain't even worth it, but it was appreciated. I thank God for everything that I've went through, because it'll remind me how you can be determined just to be able to get through these things. Because a lot of times when you don't like what your situation is holding you back from, you have to allow yourself to separate from that need of wanting to feel like this situation is holding you there. Because it's like we don't realize that's the energy. When you allow yourself to place energy on that situation in that way, that's all you're going to see, and it's going to make you feel stagnant. And the devil will do that. He sees how all the joyous stuff is going on in the world, and he pissed. He is so pissed. And it's the sad thing is, yes, there's people that are passing away. There's people that are going through these sicknesses where people don't want to be around other people. And it's scary. It has to be like this, and you have to really allow yourself to make peace with it, because this is like, when universe wants you to be boxed in on and placed in solitude, there's something that they want you to know and deep rooted that's within yourself that you need to acknowledge. You need to come to terms with. You need to allow yourself for forgiveness, for allowing yourself to keep going through that torment. Was just you receive that lesson throughout that blessing and keep moving, but allow yourself to forgive what is taking place in your life, but don't forget. And there's a lot of times, it's at this point where I see the things that I went through, especially if it's somebody that that wants to constantly keep putting me in a situation because they don't want to see me happy. I'll go ahead and say what I need to say. I'm not holding no grudges, but I'm gonna let you know how I feel about it. But I'm gonna continue to keep doing me, and then just thanking God for allowing me to get that, to where I'm not allowing my power to be sunk into a negative situation. allowing myself to be grateful for what is taking place because it reminds me of who I am. That validated the strength I have to keep going with that determination to keep moving, you know. And that's where it is. You have to allow yourself, because it's like so many things. Devil is busy right now, you know. But it's just a lot of times, you know, when people say the devil is busy, I'm like, shoot, you better stop giving his ass something to do. You better allow him to just keep on going, you know, and keep allowing yourself not to be bothered with what the devil does. Because, you know, he has no, him, the situation or the people that's doing it has no power over you unless you invite that in. When you're not allowing that type of energy to be invited into your aura, they can't do anything. You're untouchable, because it's like if you have that faith within yourself that you know you're doing right by allowing yourself. You know, there's a lot of times when you're stuck in situations you can't get out of. Like my situation, I had to learn a lot from that. Just with anybody I've came across that has tried to rub me the wrong way. A lot of times when people bust out and start throwing negative stuff on you, even after you have been showing them love, kindness, and everything, they're not used to people like us. You know, even though they've got it into themselves, but they're not willing to put in that shadow work to be able to heal. They feel like, gimme, gimme, gimme. You know, I want to be able to take what you have. I want to be able to disrupt your life like my life is disrupted. You know, you don't deserve this, you don't deserve that, you know. And it is just like all those different things I'm truly appreciating of, because it's like people, when they do hateful things to you, have to understand, even though they're personally directing that to you, that's not even about you. You know, it's not even about you. And it's hard to feel that at times. Like, what do you mean it's not about me? They did it to me. Yeah, because there may be something they admire about you, or it's just that energy. You know, you don't know. The devil study us, and the devil study us hard. They would do like things, and it's just like the worst things that, you know, God, not God, but the devil will know that's my weak points, or it's a trigger. They'll send that my way. Like I told you, I went through it just a few days ago with somebody I loved to death, and, and they did that to me, and I was like, you know, it was at that point where, you know, I heard my dad, and, you know, I heard spirit like, don't respond, don't respond. Oh God, please don't respond, because I'm like, you know what, I was about to let her ass have it and not even care, because I know that I've never showed any kind of animosity towards this person. I never showed nothing but love and guidance when they needed it. And that's what I got in return. And I said, you know what? They did what, you know, if it was meant for that person to stay in my life, God, that was the best test they could ever give me. Because it's like when you're going through all your, as a whole new different ball going in the game, because it's going to hit differently. And those are the things that you have to allow yourself to know. If that person was supposed to be in your life, they would have been in your life. Did that hurt? Hell yeah, it hurt. But then it's like, you know, you have that power to overcome what that has happened. You have to allow yourself to not be triggered by that, even, no matter what is being said to you, especially if it's family. That lets you know that there's something about you that's really good that they can't touch, and they don't like that. Because it's like when you doing good or whatever, and it's just like I even see it on my dad's side of the family, and it's just like I see stuff, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm just leave that one alone. But it's always something that you're being tested with, you know. You have the power to overcome anything that's been placed on you. The only time I feel like where it may take a minute is if you're dealing with, you know, death, grief, you know, that you don't really have you know, extended period or what expiration date. Because a lot of times people are like, why are you still, you know, sensitive about this situation? You don't know what somebody's head is going through, you know, and the thoughts in their process of when they lose the loved one that is really, you know, uh, bothering them. And it's just like some people, they, you know, I have to allow myself to not even worry about what people's opinion is about me. Like if I, every so often I might drop you know, like a picture or something of my dad that really, you know, it meant a lot to me, or it's just me sending out love to the universe knowing he can feel it. And some people get bothered by that, and I'm just like, now if this was your dad, why would somebody feel bothered by that? It's not even my, that's not even my relevant, it's not even going to be relevant to me. If it bothers you about me showing love to my dad, and you know, that's anybody, except my dad is who my dad is. So some people get bothered by that. I really don't care. You know, this is something I'm going through, you know, and it's very hard to deal with at times, but I understand things happen for a reason. You know, I've gone through different things in my life that, you know, it really took a lot out of me. You know, if you've been through a lot of trauma, it can put you in a very dark place. But it was just like, it always reflected to me that, you know, even though this is a dark time for you right now, this is going to be that thing that's going to send you through a rebirth. And the devil just didn't realize that you just sent me that confirmation, because I must have something good coming towards me if you're gonna harp on me with heavy energy like that, or bring towards people my way that know good and well hell they don't have any good intentions for me. But then I allow myself to experience, when I experience something that even though I let it go, but then that person started giving me the same vibe as that, and it brought back that memory. That was the reason why that had to happen. Because when people come to you like that and they don't really shook your life to a core and just, came into life and flipped it all upside down, you know, uh, that's letting you know, oh, this is remind me of this situation. For let me go ahead and part ways, because all the situations I've been in, I've been able to handle a lot better than I used to. Because any other time, I'd have just snapped on somebody and just really wouldn't have cared. But then it's just like, why am I even going to give you that much power over me just to make me snap? I'm going to just dismiss you out my life and don't even have nothing else to say about it and keep going. And not, my heart is not going to skip a beat of having that person out my life. I'm going to still pray for you, but I'm just going to allow myself to distance myself from you. You're not even worth energy for me to cuss out. I'm going to say what I got to say. And it's just, I don't even have to sit up here and go off on somebody unless you really don't put me there. But it's at that point, I appreciate everything that's came to my life, because anytime you have gone through things and you know the devil is coming at you hard in your life, but you're going to be willing to make those sacrifices, stepping out that comfort zone that had to remind you, this is what is going to help you catapult yourself out of your life. The hardest, conquest that you have to have, a situation, whatever that you're going with, those are the things that's going to strengthen you in ways that you didn't even see coming. You're very smart. You're very strong. Starting to have different memories of, but there are certain things that you always had that point that a lot of people admired, but also a lot of people have envied. You know, because there's times like when people really know my story, they were like, "How are you able to still be happy? How are you able to?" I said, because I know what it felt like to be there and be alone. And I said, when I first started my talk to on the spiritual sense, like physically, but it was like I had all the spiritual assistance I ever needed. My dad helped guide me through a lot of things that I didn't even understand and know anything about. And I always tell him how much I appreciate him. I always appreciate, my spirit guides, my loved ones. There's, even through my darkest time, it was a blessing to be able to hear people that I've held close to my heart, even though it made me cry, but it was a blessing for them to be there through this moment with me, because they knew I was doing something big, and just being able to help a lot of people as they're, being able to be that comfort for them, or they are that comfort for me. Because like I said, there's sometimes y'all be having me crying. I'm like, oh my God, will y'all stop sending me messages like that? But it's truly appreciating, because you never know how you can impact somebody's life. And a lot of times we feel like, we feel alone, or, you feel like you don't have much to offer the world, but then you do. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't be going through so much hell if you didn't. Because they want you to give up. They want you to walk away. So even though you're that close, you're like a hairline away from the forehead of getting into your blessings that you truly deserve. And it's just, you have to allow yourself to know when the devil is busy like that, he's trying to basically distract you from your blessings. It's like things that come to me where I've went through for years, and it's just like I peep game and I peep it hard, and a lot of time I'll call it out, but I'm not even gonna fuss. I'm gonna make my whole point. If I ain't got to deal with you, I'm not gonna deal with you. And I'm just gonna keep going about my business, being able to appreciate the lessons from that situation, but allowing myself to be, I'll look at the devil and say thank you, because you tried the hell out of me and you still ain't busted great. You can't run from it. I got to that point. I always ran from things I feared, or I would not say things just because of the fact is of how I would have been interpreted, or how somebody's opinion is. I said, bump that. If the message is meant for that person, the message is meant for him. If you can't get in this blue over your head, obviously it wasn't for you, you know. But being grateful for all the things I've done, like I've said a lot of times, there's times I really didn't understand why this pain had to be like this, why they had to go through these things. But like I've said before, and you have to allow yourself to see that in your life as well. if you know you came here to make an impact on people's lives, you weren't here to be a carbon copy of what everybody else wants to see. You're not here to blend in with that. You're meant to stand out. You're meant to be that person that you can still rise even though you have failed so many times. you know Things has been denied to you. You know the things that you truly wanted in life, and you felt robbed of it. A lot better, so much better than you ever imagined, just because the fact is the things you endured in your life that has really took you there. You had to be in that darkness because that darkness made you strong. When you were in the storm, you became your own storm. It's like nothing when you have gone through the worst things, and when you finally get where you want to be, and there's somebody who still want to sit up here and have that type of impact in your life in a negative way, it's not going to bother you because you already been through the worst. What they're doing is just reflecting how they feel about themselves. Because I always tell people, and I had to tell somebody that recently, when you're not happy, you'll try to make sure everybody else ain't happy around you, and that's very selfish. You have a chance to change your life, but you choose to wreak havoc in everybody else's life, and and you get off on that. I feel like anybody who puts somebody through hell and you purposely go out there and hurt them, that shows a lot about where you need to heal at. You need to love yourself. You can't expect somebody to love you if you don't love yourself. You can't expect somebody to give you respect when you don't respect your own self. You have to be able to just allow yourself to go through it and change. But like I've said, I know me and one of my soul family yesterday was talking about that, how people are selfish and they see that somebody's trying to come out on top for that long, and it's been your safety net. But it's just like at that time, you have to allow yourself to break free from those walls, and the universe, I mean, not universe, but the devil want to do you in that kind of way where he wants you closed off. He don't want you dealing with people, and I'm just that type of person. Like, I allow myself to come, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all, come to a certain extent of dealing with people. But it's like at that point when I'm on that side of transformation, there's only so much I can push out like that. But I'm okay with it. It's not like I'm placing a wall up because I don't want to be bothered with people. But it's like when you've constantly been through so many things and you're trying to allow yourself to heal on that, you can't have somebody all up on you like that. Because I felt it every time I've allowed myself to be open like that. I always live to regret it. So it's just like, what, you help where you need help at, you help them where they need help at. Check on people from time to time, because everybody's fighting their own war. We got battles in our minds that we are really trying to win and conquer, and you will, but it's at that point in time you have to allow yourself to face it. When you can allow yourself to say, what, this is this situation I really need to truly heal on. So let me allow myself to be open to change, for me to forgive myself from holding on to these things for so long, being able to know the sadness and the hatred and everything that was lashed out on me. Those are the things that really show how strong I am, how I'm going to do bigger and better things. Because once you know what that situation feels like, and you have that go do it in the first place. And soon as I said that, my phone started vibrating like crazy, and it's like I get that every day with y'all. There's times that you're going, especially with all the stuff that's going on right now in the world. It's a very scary thing to me. I'm just like, if you're going to catch it, I mean, is nothing's going to be able to protect you if it's going to come at you like that. There's some things are meant to happen to loved ones comes to these things. I was going to think about that, and that makes it creepy because that made me think about that time. It was like a while back, and y'all love that empath meme I put up, and you see these three astronauts. It's like, this is how you walk in Walmart. You gotta have an astronaut suit on, and that kind of like contradicted what is predicted, what's going on at this time. But yeah, you have to allow yourself to know when the devil comes at you, they'll break down certain things, knowing if you need something, he'll block it or he'll make it heavy for you. But also, the universe will have their hand in that too. But it's not for that reason. It's just to be able to let you know, even though these are your down times, this is something that's going to be able to take you further than you ever expected, just because you allowed yourself. When you that It's important for the universe to see how your attitude is when you don't have everything, to compare when you finally do have it. Are you going to show that gratefulness, or you're going to show the gratitude of, what you had to endure just to be able to get to that. Knowing, when it's given to you, nobody helped you get that. It was about you being your change, you being able to reflect. You need to be able to project. You're allowing yourself to see what weak parts you sitting up here messing with you. But the universe is going to allow certain things to take place throughout that, because it's going to know, if you allow yourself and trying to make sure they sabotage you, if the universe, spirit guides, mother, all those different things, they're not going to allow anything to come to you, because you've been, they put you in that certain position for you to do things. So they're going to make sure you're very well taken care of, because at times when we get mad because we're being rejected on certain things, you just don't realize that may have been the best protection you can have, just because wherever you were trying to head, it may not have been suited for you, because they got all different things that's a lot bigger than what you're asking for, and they feel like it's deserving of you. And a lot of times I have to allow myself to really see it as that, so I don't go get mad, because I'm like, dang, I'm doing all this, but I'm doing it from the heart, and not expecting anything return. I shouldn't have a life like this, but then it's allowing myself at the same time, you gave energy towards that situation where it was not even needed. It didn't even need to give you your type of quality time with that situation. It was supposed to be something that has been taking place in your life, and you were supposed to observe that situation, but don't absorb the emotion within that situation. And you tend to, when you allow yourself to be quiet on certain things that's taking place, you'll be able to answer a whole lot of things you weren't able to answer before. As soon as I said that, all these daggone children just came up. And it's true. You have to allow yourself to observe a lot of things around you, and you get the answers that you've been wanting, just because you're allowing yourself to observe a lot. But I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I missed y'all yesterday, but I'm still having them, but it's toned down a little bit. So it was just like I couldn't even deal with it. I was like, you know what, I ain't even going to be able to open myself up and concentrate when try to talk through spirit or whatever. But it was like yesterday I watched videos with watch movies with my daughter, which was good. Being able to spend quality time. If anybody has like a night to run the streets, all this stuff is going on, they can't do that right now. So I'm telling them, no, you can't go out. All these different things are going out right now, and I don't have to worry about my daughter. But I've been checking on my oldest ones as well. So y'all get through these things. Take it day by day. Know that you're a work in progress. Better days are coming for you, and they're sooner than you think. I know a lot of y'all are going through a lot of things where there are certain things that needs to be done, and if you're on that list where you can't really work, said then just to bless me right when I least expect it. So I know this is going to happen for you as well. But I would love to give a post notification shout out to Teresa. I'm so glad that you're feeling so much better. I hope they find out what's going on with you. And Life Beauty, yes. Anytime I start talking about something, they had me laughing off a comment, because they were like, oh, I'm still in that one, because it's like when I start talking about things that God has guided me towards, I always open myself up for that, and I ask them, let me be that spiritual conduit that I can be to consume whatever knowledge and awareness that I need to take for myself, and through mind, body, soul, spirit, and being able to project that towards others when they're needing it as well. So anytime I start talking about something, it's like, oh my God, dog, my nose don't even itch anytime I'm not even doing a video. But as soon as it'll start itching. Like that's God's confirmation that He's giving you a gift, or you're going to kiss a fool. But it just depends on also on either side is a wives tale. If you have somebody who's going to visit you, it'll be a man, or the other side will be a woman. Like, what the hell? If I wasn't being not honest with myself, the not insecure empaths, I'm gonna put it that way, because there's certain ones that'll come on here and just try to disrupt everything I got going on. I'm like, peace, be still with these folks, but I'm gonna go yet pray for them, but it is how it is. But yeah, much love to y'all. If this is your first time at my channel, welcome. It's so good to have you. Drop me a line. I would love a chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. If you want to talk to me privately on one-on-one, you can always find me on Facebook up under my name. I'm not accepting any friend requests, but just drop me a line through Messenger, and let me know what you got going on. Just let me know that you're connecting with me here or you're part of the Heyoka family, and I'll try my best to lead you in towards your way for you to give you the directions that you need. So I hope you're being safe and staying safe. That's what I meant to say, but I'm putting different words together. Uh, you stay blessed beyond all measures. I pray for you and your families, just to make sure that you staying good standing, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Share. Tell somebody about the channel. It's truly appreciated. I'm continuing to be grateful for the support y'all are giving me. I'm learning off of you as you're learning off of me. Know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always someone out there praying for your better days. And knowing whatever you're trying to bring and manifest into your life, I hope it comes 100,000 times more than what you asked for, and it comes so much sooner than you expected it to. So I will see you on my next video. Make sure you give out love, light, positivity, as well as prosperity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know, those things can really help somebody a long way. And I'll see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace. Be wild.